Hello again, everybody. This is John and Glenn from BestPriceNutrition.com. Today we're going to talk to you guys about some vegan protein powders. Specifically, real quick, we'll cover the difference between vegan and vegetarian. Vegans will not eat any meat, any dairy,
no fish,
no poultry, animal, nothing. Basically, anything animal-based they won't eat. Whereas a vegetarian will eat dairy, so they'll eat eggs, so like an egg protein will be fine for a vegetarian. Some of them will eat fish, and I believe even some of them will eat chicken, I believe. Not always, I guess it depends how strict.
Yeah, I guess there's different levels of vegetarianism and veganism.
Yeah, so we wanted to cover, because we do get questions from vegans, since they're the ones who have the most restrictions. We want to cover and see, well, what can they take in terms of a protein? Well, one of them that's out here right now is the Garden of Life Raw Protein. Right on the bottle they actually discuss that it is raw, it's vegan, it's organic, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, no soy allergens, it's lactose-free, no fillers, no isolates, no synthetic nutrients, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives, and for those who have tasted it, they probably agree. But that being said, it's all of that and then some. So if you are somebody who's in the market for this kind of product, you kind of have to expect that. And the one thing you can do, now we tasted it without anything in it. Now I think if you added some fruit to it, like some frozen berries, you could actually make it taste quite good. And then the other product that we have here is Spiritine from Nature's Plus. You want to cover that one?
Yeah, this one doesn't actually say it's vegan. It does say it's vegetarian. So I'd have to look into further whether or not this could be considered vegan.
I think they would say if it was.
Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions that are put on these products, whether or not they can use the vegan label or vegetarian, but this is a vegetarian protein. Spiritine used to be just straight soy protein. Now it's a blend of soy, rice, and pea protein. So it has changed slightly. This is more of a meal replacement kind of deal. It has that. It adds some carbohydrates. There's no fats inside of it. There is some fiber and a multivitamin mineral blend that's also added to it.
It's also non-GMO soy, which means genetically modified. For some people concerned about that, typically when they genetically modify something like a soybean, they do it to avoid using pesticides because they make it such that the insects or what have you that are eating the plants, well, they would die if they eat the genetically modified version of it. So it's kind of a, which is better. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. This product's also yeast-free. And as Glenn said, it's more meal replacement because there's some carbohydrate content in there.
There's only 100 calories per scoop, so it's pretty low, but it does have 11 grams of carbs, 14 grams of protein, so it's not a very high protein count, but it does offer more than just a straight protein.
And now the Garden of Life Raw Protein, they also do have a raw meal, which I believe is vegan as well.
Yes, it is.
That is as well. So now specifically the protein source in here are the actual ingredients in this product. It's organic sprouted brown rice protein. It's got quinoa sprout in here, millet sprout, buckwheat sprout, garbanzo bean sprout, kidney bean sprout, organic lentil. All these are organic, so I'll spare you me repeating organic. Lentil sprout, flaxseed sprout, sunflower seed sprout, pumpkin seed sprout, chia seed sprout, sesame seed sprout. So there's a lot of seed sprouts in here. And there's also a probiotic and enzyme blend in here, which is like a high-protein chlorella. There's protease, and they use Bacillus subtilis in here as well. And it's also got the yeast in here, the Saccharomyces. I believe some of the ingredients in here are fermented.
Yes.
So it's quite popular amongst the vegan crowd. I think that's mainly who's buying it. But even if you're not vegan, I mean, it's a nice alternative source. And like I said, if you try it just raw how it is, yeah, it's going to kind of taste. I mean, it's just not very tasty. I mean, that's I think we'd be telling you a false story, although that's opinion. I'd be hard pressed to find somebody who would taste this plain and say this stuff is delicious. But again, mix it with fruit. I mean, that's certainly not going to ruin it in terms of
some kind of juice also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now the serving size on this is 1 level scoop or 4 tablespoons. Now in that serving you're looking at 80 calories, 1 gram of fat, 3 grams of carbohydrates, 18 grams of protein. So it is along the lines of what we think of as a protein powder in terms of being pretty low in carbohydrates and fats. That being said, you can add, like we said, the frozen berries to make it taste better, so you've got a little better control over how many calories you're getting. You could also add some essential fats in there, flax oil or your favorite, vegan oils that you can use that are out there. You can do that as well for your essential fats. So yeah, do you want to cover a little more on
I guess in
Spiritine?
terms of the Spiritine, like I said, it used to be just soy. Now they branched off into soy, rice, and pea. Just going down, there's fructose, which is just fruit sugar, and maltodextrin. Then you get into more of the vitamin blend. They do add calcium, potassium, magnesium. There's some fiber from psyllium and oat bran. Spirulina is inside here, vitamin C, vitamin E, choline and acetal. They do add bee pollen and apple pectin. Then some more vitamins as you go down. And then there is an enzyme blend. There's papaya, bromelain, to help with breaking down of the proteins in here. And then just some more vitamins and minerals towards the end. So sort of a blended multiple vitamin, mineral, and protein supplement. What this is.
Yeah, so I mean, both these would be good for somebody who has trouble with, lactose intolerance or, any other kind of food sensitivities to whey, soy, milk. These are great alternatives. Now, we get questions like, can somebody be a vegan bodybuilder? Well, sure, you could. You'd have to definitely diversify your sources of protein as much as you could, because sometimes I think the trap that people fall into who are strict vegetarians or vegans is that your sources of protein become pretty monolithic, which means you're limiting yourself to certain amino acids. And as we know, a lot of the dairy and meat-based proteins tend to be a little more anabolic when we look at the amino acid profile. So you certainly can. It's been done before. I mean, there's some top-level athletes who do it. Everyone has their reasons for being vegan, vegetarian. So whether it's health or if it's an ethical thing, you certainly are able to compete. And I think having these supplements is going to make it a lot easier than if you tried to do this before, because companies like Garden of Life have stepped up and actually made a vegan protein that you can take and not worry, hey, can I take in this? Is this okay? So, and Garden of Life is a company that typically makes a lot of their stuff for people who do have digestive discomforts or issues. So
that's where the addition of the enzymes and also probiotics come in.
Yeah, and then like I said, the vitamins in here, they're all fermented in the yeast. So that tends to help. It's basically the reason why they do these things is they use that medium. It takes away a step that your body has to do with these vitamins. When you take the USP isolates, your body typically then has to do another step. So one of the steps in the process is taken out. So I hope we covered some supplements that vegans, vegetarians can use. As more come out and we carry more of them, we'll certainly be more than happy to do reviews on them. So please feel free to ask us any questions in the comments of the videos or on the blog. Thank you.
Thank you.